MTG Scoundrels, it's in the cardboard. Ladies and gentlemen, scoundrels of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Modern Weekly. Today on the docket, we have Faithless looting and Mono Red Phoenix versus Faithless looting and Soultrader Combo. Bring us to 2019 here after playing a Horizon land to pay for that Faithless looting. Deciding what to discard, I would assume it would in fact be an Arclight Phoenix that gets binned here. Well, there's at least one. And that's how the game's going to start. There's a Marsh Flats. That'll get cracked, bringing us to 19 all. Wouldn't be surprised if it's just going for the swamp here. Yep. One of those things where you're wanting to keep track of your life total as best as possible because you could have 3 Phoenixes slapping you in the face at any moment. There's a Gravecrawler. That won't block anything, but that is a 2 power beater. Soulscar Mage to start out, bring us to 1918. Ooh, no second land drop, but in some ways that's just fine for the Phoenix list. Gravecrawler getting in. That'll bring us to 1916. There's the backside of a Bogart Trawler, a Bogart Bog, taking 3. Bring us to 16 all. I'm playing a Marionette Apprentice. I'll come with a servo. Looks like just using a soldier token here, but still worth having something to represent. Not a proper drain here on Marionette Apprentice, but it does make the opponent lose life when an artifact leaves the battlefield, as well as when a creature leaves the battlefield on your side. Soulscar Mage getting in. Servo getting in the way of the Soulscar Mage. Taking 1 off the land. Lightning Bolt's going to hit the Marionette Apprentice. We're at 16 to 15. Well, there's another Marionette Apprentice. And then getting in for 2 with the Gravecrawler, bringing us to 16-13. And here we are. Same story as the last. Apprentice dying to a Lightning Bolt. Token blocking the Soulscar Mage. Phoenix player taking 1 off of the Horizon land, bringing us to 16 to 12. Gravecrawler getting in, bringing us to 16 to 10. Taking 3 on another Bogart Bog for a Warden Soultrader, which I would say is worth it. As in fact, danger zone for the Mono Red Phoenix player, unless they can get a second land here. Whew. Going to 9 with the Swift Spear. Leaving both up. Do we have an Unearth effect? In fact, we have Unearth. That's going to target the Marionette Apprentice. Now we'll get to see the combo. Warden Soultrader activated, sacrifice the Gravecrawler. That'll make a treasure token, dealing a damage to the Mono Red Phoenix player. Treasure will come, treasure will get sacked, deal another damage. Well, loss of life, technically. Recast the Gravecrawler. And then continue. And that'll do it. Game 1 going to Soultrader Combo. Thank you all so much for watching us here at MTG Scoundrels. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. It is a brand new format here. Seeing the revival of decks that play Faithless Looting, as well as Mox Opal coming back, has made a big splash in the format. Green Sun Zenith seeing some major play as well. And of course Splinter Twin, as we saw last week. Faithless Looting showing up as being one of the strongest cards in the format. Turns out, 1 mana, draw 2, discard 2. With flashback for 3. Still one of the strongest things you can do. We're starting to see Hollow One come back, etc. Phoenix. And just, man, even the creativity decks are coming out and starting to play Persist with Faithless Looting to get these Archons on turn 2. In terms of sideboard stuff here, Soultrader Combo probably bringing in a certain amount of graveyard hate that's more targeted. Mono Red Phoenix probably doing the same thing. Would not be surprised if we see some Surgical Extraction coming in. Both these decks do in fact like to go fast. Now, if you're interested in either of these decks, definitely check the description below, where you'll find decklists of the individual decks. And I want to thank some of our sponsors today. Warden Games, wonderful place to storm out. Their information is in the description. Their TCG player link, as well as their storefront. And if you're interested in tokens, you actually saw a treasure token there from our friends over at Arcane Artistry. Make wonderful stained glass tokens. All made out of acrylic. Definitely give them a look. Their Etsy link in the description below. And if you're looking for possible art projects in your future, or need art for your business, definitely check out our friend Sean Gerard. Did wonderful art for this channel. Their email is in the description as well. They are open to new projects. Moving on into game 2 here. It'll be fast and furious. Both players looking at 7. That hand looks a little slow from this angle from the Soultrader player. These mono red Phoenix lists want to start fast, and there you are. Turn 1, Monastery Swiftspear getting in for 1, bringing us to 19 to 20. Ooh, tapped land to start. Slick Shot Show Off being the turn 2 play here for the curve, bringing us to 17 to 20. Ooh, stuck on 1 land, playing the Gravecrawler. There's another Slick Shot Show Off. There's a Monetary Swiftspear getting in. Gravecrawler going to get sacked here. Looks like, oh, yep, there's a Flare Malice. So I'll get rid of one of the birds. Taking 3, going to 14. And passing. Only 2 cards left in hand for the Phoenix player. There's a Raucous Theater. That'll be a Surveil. Looks like keeping it on top. There's another Gravecrawler passing the turn. Starting off with Manamorphose. Making 2 red. Drawing a card. There's a Lava Spike. There's a Lava Dart. 3 Prowess triggers. Here comes the 4th. Casting the Lava Dart. Bringing us down to 9 to 20. All 3 creatures coming in. Gravecrawler getting sacked for a Flare Malice to get rid of the other bird. But that's still 4 prowess triggers on each. So that'll be 10 damage coming in. That'll be game 2, going to Mono Red Phoenix. Once again, thank you all so much for watching us here at MTG Scoundrels. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. That's how quick these matches can go when you're playing against Mono Red Phoenix. Which is starting to become the favored list, I'd say, of the Phoenix decks. Though, is it Phoenix still something people like to play as well? I'd say Mono Red Phoenix probably becomes more the burn variant of the format. Being as burn is not in the greatest spot at the moment. And the Phoenix list, especially with Faithless looting, can start slapping you for 10 pretty quickly. Soultrader Combo going to be on the play here. Starting off with a Swamp and Passing. Mountain and Pass for the Phoenix player. There's a Blood Crypt. That'll bring us to 1820 as it comes in untapped. There's a Faithless looting from the Soultrader Combo player. Honestly, I'd say it's probably a big upgrade for these Soultrader lists. Looks like we're going to discard an Apprentice and a Swamp, passing the turn. There's a Slick Shot Show Off. That's going to go ahead and deal 1 damage here. Bringing us to 17-20. Spymaster's Vault coming in. There's an Unearth to bring back the Marionette Apprentice. Passing the turn. Third Mountain. We'll see whether that's a flood or whether that is a perfect hit. Metamorphose. Drawing a card, making 2 red. 1 prowess trigger. Faithless looting. Draw 2, discard 2. Probably the hardest decision. Well, forgetting to discard 2 there, but no, getting reminded. 2 lands going to the bin. Slick Shot getting in for 5. That'll bring us to 12-20. 2 mana for an Orcish Bowmaster here. Bring us to 12-19. Making an Orc army. Untapping and drawing. There's a Phyrexian Tower. Sorry about that. A little bit of glare. But that gives you a sack outlet. But passing the turn here. Bowmaster not terrible in a Faithless looting meta, but there is a Slick Shot Show Off. Getting in, looks like for 2. That'll bring us to 10-19. interesting spot. You're staring down 2 slick shot show-offs and a handful of gas. This is the prime position Mono Red Phoenix wants to be in. Alright, deciding to go ahead and sack the servo here. Dealing 1 to the Phoenix player, making 2 black mana. Activating the Spymaster's Vault with 1 of them. Targeting the Orcish Bowmaster. It'll connive. Putting a Grist into the bin. Bowmaster will get a counter from the connive. There's an Unearth. Why they're floating an extra black mana, we don't know. Grist coming in. Possibly. Cheeky play, ultimately. And really the only way to try to deal with these slick shot show-offs that aren't Fatal Push or Flare of Malice. Probably the real question, wondering what can be left up here. Most reanimation spells are sorcery speed, though. There's a surgical extraction. Taken 2. That's going to target the Grist. No Grist in hand, but there's 2 surgicals that were being held up for possible Phoenixes. Wow. Phoenix player going to double check the deck. Be surprised if there's another Grist in there. Most of these colors tend to be a splash. Yep, just the 1. So the real question being, does the Mono Red Phoenix player have him dead on the crackback? 2 flyers. Both that get +2/+0 on every spell. That looks like it. That's 2 lava darts at minimum and a lava spike. And we'll scoop it up from there. Game, set, match going to Mono Red Phoenix over Soultrader Combo. Thank you all so much for watching us here at MTG Scoundrels. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. And we will see you all next week.